This is Roger Cohen for the New York Times in Ashdabia, Libya. I came down to this town that was the scene of fierce fighting a month ago. It's still pretty much of a ghost town, but the situation has transformed since then. Glimmerings of life returning. There are soldiers, the People's Army, if you like, of eastern Libya, these guys on the back of Toyota pickup trucks. They've had a bit of training now, and they've dug a few berms on the western edge of town, but they have no illusions about their capacity with old weapons to defeat Colonel Gaddafi militarily. What do you need from President Obama? What do you need?
قبل أسلحة وقبل هني نبوه يضغط على الحلف إنه ينفذ عمليته صح. ولا في أكثر من لحظة إن نحن استدردناهم لعند الصحراء برا تمت ما في إمكانات يعني ما فيش لا مدنية لا شيء وقاعدين في الصحراء وقدام هدف الحلف لكن الحلف ما بش يضرب.
I visited a hospital here in Ashdabia that at one time was seeing 18 to 20 dead a day. While it's quieter now, a doctor in the hospital told me that NATO should intensify its attacks on Gaddafi and his band of loyalists.
So if they do that for Tripoli, tomorrow we will meet there.
So it needs to be much more intense.
They can do that. They can do that. I don't know if they're waiting for any political solution or something. Maybe I'm not but I think they're still afraid about what's going on after Gaddafi's step down.
So what's clear here is that NATO has accomplished its defensive mission. This town, Ashdabia, has been saved, but the stalemate remains. And the question now is NATO prepared to take this defensive mission into a more offensive mode? I would say that the justification is there. Certainly the attack on a Gaddafi compound in Tripoli, in which Gaddafi's youngest son may have been killed, suggests that NATO is prepared to be resolute. And this is no time to go wobbly. The UN resolution that backs NATO says that it's here to protect civilians. Well, civilians are still being killed in Misrata and elsewhere. In Bosnia, 15 years ago, I was told by a British general in Sarajevo, look, there's no point hanging around in the middle of somebody else's war. And what was true of the United Nations and NATO there in Bosnia is also, in my view, true here. There's no point hanging around in the middle of somebody else's war. Things will fester, things will get worse, Libya will become a failed state, the wrong kinds of people will come in. So I think it's time to force the issue, increase the bombardments, put so much psychological and even physical pressure on Gaddafi and his dwindling entourage that he draws the right conclusions and leaves.